Welcome to CorkCon today for October 24th, 2019. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and let you know my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. If you are new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, lots happened today, so hang in with me as we cover everything from Comcast earnings report to the Apple TV app on the Fire TV and more. Starting off with AT&T will reportedly report tomorrow that they have lost over 1 million subscribers in just 3 months this year. So in the third quarter of 2019, according to AT&T's warning letter to investors, they will lose over 1 million TV subscribers from DirecTV, AT&T TV Now, and Uverse. And this doesn't even count customers who will cancel because of the price hike taking effect in November. That notification to AT&T TV Now customers didn't go out until after the end of the third quarter 2019. So it's very interesting to see them trying to soften the blow here with the idea that, hey, first of all, we don't want these customers. These are customers who aren't profitable. We're going to go after high profit customers, so good riddance. And on the flip side, warning that, hey, yeah, we're going to lose a lot of subscribers. And we're already seeing that trend happen as Comcast today reported they've lost over 238,000 subscribers in the third quarter. Nowhere near 1 million, but when you compare that to the third quarter of 2018 when Comcast had a modest 20-some thousand subscriber growth in TV, to now report 238,000 subscribers lost, that's a significant change. I was very shocked to see the difference here from year over year. The rate of growth is only speeding up from everything we've seen. That works out to be thousands of customers canceling every single day. If AT&T loses the 1 million customers they're predicting, that'll be over 10,000 customers canceling AT&T's TV services every single day. And I don't care what they talk about how we'll make more money on this, we'll do that. Losing 10,000 customers every day is devastating. There's just no way around it. That hurts on the bottom line. Now, we're going to have to wait until next week to get the official numbers from AT&T, but the early numbers from Comcast are very negative. And I'll put links to both of them down below so you can see the breakdown of Comcast's quarter and the letter that AT&T sent investors warning about their subscriber losses. But this leads up to something that we wrote about today, that the days of cheap cable TV packages are coming to an end. According to Comcast executives during their earnings call today, when they were pushed about the 224,000 subscribers lost in TV, they said, hey, they were dismissive is the only way to describe it, that these customers weren't profitable and they want to take unprofitable customers and push them into internet only and use Flex and other things to try to attract them. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, with AT&T and Comcast both moving down the road of, hey, we're not going to be offering cheap plans. In the past was the idea, hey, cheap TV gets people to pay for more profitable internet and phone lines, home security, now wireless phone service, and more. Those days seem to be coming to an end. AT&T is very clear that promo rates on their plans are ending and they are not being renewed. They will not be offering nearly as good of promo rates. New customers with DirecTV, their price went up $10 on the promotional rates. AT&T, Comcast, and others seem to be moving away from promotional rates. So I'd love to know from you. Are you one of the people who canceled? What do you think about this end of cheap cable TV packages? This idea that, hey, if I can just get them as a customer, I can sell them all this other stuff to make a ton of money off of them. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And I wonder how successful this plan will be to push people to internet only once the new services from Amazon and SpaceX and 5G and fixed wireless and fiber become much more readily available. T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, and more are all working to launch products. Heck, Spectrum has even announced that they will be launching 5G home internet services in markets that they don't offer a traditional service in. Grand Rapids, Michigan is one of those examples. Their Spectrum market butts right up against the second largest city in Michigan. But Comcast dominates that city, even though they're just on the outskirts of it. Spectrum is like, hey, well, we can just build off that network we have now, build towers in the second largest city in Michigan, and sell internet against Comcast in that city. And I really expect that to become a major tradition now in cable TV, or in internet, that there's competition, even from other cable companies in your market. So will this idea of not caring about cheap customers be successful once they have 4 or 5 different internet options to pick from? You let me know. All right, let's keep moving along because there's a lot to cover. I'm going to try to go a little bit rapid fire here. The Apple TV app, as you can see on my Fire TV right here, is now available. Link in the show notes down below if you want to download it. A few catches here: available on the 2nd generation Fire TV Stick HD, which is the current HD stick sold on Amazon. The Fire TV Stick 4K is available, and the Fire TV Basic, which is sold around the world. Now, I don't think it's really sold in the United States, but it's the Fire TV Stick 2nd Gen without a voice remote. Have it. Fire TV Cubes and Fire TV Pendants, along with the Fire TV Smart TVs, will be getting it at a later date, quote unquote, soon. But no word on the old Fire TV boxes. So if you have like the 1st or 2nd generation Fire TV box and you want the Apple TV app, you may be forced to upgrade. But the Pendant, the Cube, and Smart TVs with Fire TV built in will be getting it soon. Link in the show notes if you're having trouble finding it. I'll have a link there down below. And if you wanted to double check what I just said, I do have it written down where what devices are supported, what are not supported. All right, next story up. Comcast also today announced that and let me know real quick. If you use the Apple TV app, I haven't had a lot of time playing with it. It's been less than an hour since it went live from when I'm recording this. Let me know how it's working on the Apple TV. Any issues? Any bugs? Leave us a comment. Comcast announced today that their Peacock streaming service will be heavily ad-supported. That Comcast says they don't want to chase Netflix, and I think they're referring to the idea of a subscription model for ad-free. I think this is going to be more like Hulu, where it's like a cheap ad-supported service. Comcast also announced that they don't intend to pull back all their movies from premium services. They have a deal with HBO, for example. HBO will continue to get access to Comcast NBC Universal movies. They won't all be removed and put on Peacock. So a different strategy from that of HBO Max, which is pulling their content off of other platforms to put it on HBO Max. It'll be interesting. Comcast said they're going to be different, but we're going to hold on to exactly what we're going to do until a few months before launch, because they kind of hinted that they didn't want competitors to learn exactly what Peacock will be past what they already announced. Now, we do know some details. We do know it will launch in April. We do know that it will include a ton of original programming and back catalog programming from NBC. Past that, we really don't know a lot. You know, a revival of Battlestar Galactica, and a whole bunch of other shows. Other than that, we're going to have to kind of wait and see. So let me know, what do you think of an ad-supported version of Peacock if it's really cheap? There's even been hints that it will be free if you're a traditional cable subscriber. You could verify with your, maybe even a streaming service like AT&T TV Now or PlayStation View. Verify your account, get free access with ads. Or maybe a very cheap plan like Hulu with commercials in it. Hulu says they make more money off their limited commercial plan at $5.99 than their commercial free plan because of the ads. So let me know what you think of that. HBO Max subscription, speaking of services, according to a new report from an analyst, says it could be as cheap as $8 a month. According to reports, AT&T originally wanted it to be far more expensive, but because of competition from Apple TV at about $5, Disney Plus at $6.99 and more, that AT&T is considering cutting the price of HBO Max. We'll know for sure next week, but right now it sounds like it could be as cheap as $8 with ads and have multiple tiers, maybe a Hulu-esque model, which is what we've heard a lot about this, cheap with ads, and then a slightly more expensive version without ads. Now, a lot of people seem to have the idea that HBO Max will include all HBO content. Not a bad idea when the name is called HBO Max. But the reality is it sounds like this will not be a ton of current HBO shows. If you want current HBO, you will still need to get HBO Now. HBO Max would be maybe some back catalog HBO and Cinemax content, and a lot of other content with some original programming mixed in. So a little mixed signals right now. We'll know for sure next Tuesday. Core Cars News will have full coverage of AT&T's event and what they announce with HBO Max when it happens. But we're starting to get a more clear picture of it. And from what we know, what do you think? Let me know. All right. Do you want the new Nvidia Shield? We have 2 new Nvidia Shields that briefly were listed on Amazon and Newegg. Well, according to reports, the new Nvidia Shield is now for sale at Best Buy. If you go over to Best Buy in the store, you may be lucky enough to find it. Now, again, this is early reports of this. This is very similar to what happened with Chromecast. Last year, Best Buy put the brand new unannounced Chromecast, because the Nvidia Shield hasn't been announced either, on show floors for sale for several days before they pulled it down. And according to reports, the new Nvidia Shield is the same way. Not available on their website, but there are some posts on Reddit and elsewhere of people who were successful to buy it, pictures of the device in action, pictures of the box, pictures of it sitting on shelves right now. So if you want the new Nvidia Shield, it starts at $149.99 for the new, smaller, cheaper dongle, or $199 for the Pro version with the improved processor and new remote. So check out your local Best Buy. If it's not there, unfortunately, you may have to wait. We must be getting close since Newegg and Amazon announced it now, or had it listed for a while. Now Best Buy has it up for sale in stores right now. And I'm sure what happens is this. A truckload of these come, they get dropped off in the warehouse. A sales associate goes, new product? Put it on the shelves. And for some reason, it wasn't properly marked as hold until this date. So keep that in mind. Link in the show notes down below if you want to find that post on Reddit to see what's been posted over there, and our description of all the specs and details. But if you go to your local Best Buy and you actually get the new Nvidia Shield, take some photos. Leave us a comment here. Let us know. Email us over at corecarsnews.com. Go up to the Core Cars News, click on the Contact Us tab. You can send us an email right there. We'd love to hear what you think of the new Nvidia Shield. All right, jumping back to the Fire TV. Hulu's new features for the visually impaired and the blind have now come out to the Amazon Fire TV. You will now find the Hulu app has been updated with additional features that make reading the screen if you have visual impairments easier, more compatibility with screen readers, and more to make Hulu much more accessible to others out there with visual impairments. Great news, this app rolled out about a week ago, an update. It's been on Roku for a little while now and will be coming to more devices. And that's it for today. A lot of news. I'd love to know, are you one of the people who canceled cable in the third quarter, time flies, of 2019? What do you think of AT&T trying to kind of warn investors, hey, this is going to be a bad quarter when it comes to subscriber numbers, but hang on. Once we get rid of all these unprofitable people, we can be profitable here with more profit. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. And if you watch these videos every day, click the notification bell. Make sure you set it to all notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. And let me know what you think of them. I'll love to hear from you. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Be safe. We'll be recording today's Core Cutting This Week podcast at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you then.